Hi, this is Mark Anderson for Communications 101 for my Persuasive Speech, and this is my audience. And we'll be covering human trafficking. So you're at a grocery store getting dinner supplies with your 15-year-old daughter, and while you're coming back to your car, a black sedan rolls up, grabs your daughter, and drives off before you even notice. Sadly, this kind of occurrence happens more often and generally needs our attention as human trafficking is on the rise today. In society today, human enslavement, human trafficking is generally thought to be a thing of the past, but it's very much of the present. And there are an unknown number of human traffickers in the United States and throughout the world that are creating billions of dollars of revenue off of confining innocent lives and using them for their own purposes. As a Christian man and a humanitarian, I feel very compelled to address this great evil that is on the rise in the fallen world that we live in, and shed light on this topic, and help to bring out a solution to combat it. As a terrible evil on the rise, human trafficking is damaging countless lives, not only spiritually but physically and mentally. God calls His people to counter these immoral acts and do our utmost as Christians to help bring them to an end. I will confirm this statement by examining how human trafficking is an increasing problem, how the problem exists because people fail to see the immoral act and evil that it is, and a solution can be found through turning victims to God and letting Him restore and heal them and begin a new work. Main point, as I stated previously, is human trafficking is on the rise, and I have numbers to prove this. In the United States alone, reports of human trafficking by the National Human Trafficking Hotline and Text Line have increased by 13% just this year and 35% from the year before, as reported by Polaris Project, who heads the Human Trafficking Agency and task forces to combat this. The number of people calling in have now reported over 10,000 just in last year alone. The sad reality is it is now a prosperous business within the United States and globally. This should not be. By the Polaris Project, they have also gathered that 1,500 suspicious businesses total have been labeled as facilitating human trafficking. Let us now move to the second point. The problem exists because people have failed to see this great evil as sin, and it is sin alone, and they don't take it as seriously as they should. The initial problem of human trafficking is that people promoting these acts are flourishing in this lifestyle and do not see how God views these humans. That they are created in His image and He loves them all individually, supported by Genesis 1:26 and the problem, which is another human trafficking agency to combat. Additionally, God teaches us to love neighbors as ourselves, and the act of forcing someone into labor, sexual exploitation, or anything of the like violates the law of love that God commands. There's an undeniable link between human trafficking and pornography, primarily in males, and people are continuing in this, but until it is broken, this sexual behavior will be viewed as appropriate in society. So until we guard our eyes, there will still be a demand for human trafficking. Let us move to the final point. A solution can be found by bringing attention to this topic, turning victims to God, letting Him heal and set them free from their bondage. We need to bring our requests and prayers and ask God to break these chains of all who are involved. For without Him, no radical change can occur. Secondly, we need to offer love to those who are in need, those who are silenced, and those who are under these conditions. And lastly, we need to take action and speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves and help those who are in bondage. These actions can involve a variety of means, varying from donating to anti-trafficking organizations, volunteering time and effort, or simply by informing and teaching on this topic. Additionally, as put out by the Labor Organization for this year, there has been a $150 billion industry in human trafficking. That is how much is being made to this point. According to the Polaris Project, additionally, 40.3 million victims have been trafficked globally, and more specifically, 81% of them are trapped in forced labor, 25% are children, 75% are women and girls. This just goes to show the majority of people being affected are women and children by a sizable margin. This brings me to my final conclusion. This worldwide crime is increasing every year and is affecting countless lives. It continues to exist because people do not see the persisting evil that is at the root of these acts. As individuals, it starts with us. Guard your eyes. We need to do our utmost as Christians and citizens of this world to combat this great evil and keep it from spreading. And that starts with not allowing sin to predominantly reign in our lives. I thank you for hearing me on this crucial topic. God bless you all. And as a final quote from Peter Marshall, may we not think of freedom as the right to do as we please, but the opportunity to do what is right. Thank you.